So, my name is Heidi McIndoe. I am a registered dietitian, and I am here to talk about some nutritious and delicious food. They do go hand in hand, although a lot of people don't realize that nutritious and delicious work together. So today it's February, it's near Valentine's Day, so we're all about heart health. But I wanted to be, a little more fun with Valentine's Day. So what I decided to do was focus on chocolate. Love chocolate, dark chocolate especially, very good for your heart. So I just want everybody to know that also before I start is I have the chat open, obviously, because that's how I knew I was on mute. I can't see the Q&A though. So you guys are welcome to comment, ask questions as we're going along. And you can pop them in the chat and I will check that out as I'm going. So what we are making today is, and I don't know where all of you are, but at my house, we have snow everywhere and it was like 10 degrees this morning. So my first recipe is perfect for today. It is a healthy hot chocolate. And really, as long as you're using dark chocolate, hot chocolate should sort of be healthy. But anyways, we are going to start with a cup of milk. We're making you know what? My kids are actually going to be coming home from school any minute. So I think, not in a minute, like in half an hour, I think I'm going to make a double batch of this. But I will tell you the amounts for one serving. So we want 1 cup milk of choice. So I am using low-fat traditional cow's milk. You can use almond milk, soy milk, whatever you want. I recommend if you use those, though, you do go with the unsweetened because we're trying to be healthy. We don't need to add sugar. So I'm going to put that on to simmer. Pop my milk back in the refrigerator. And we are going to get on with our second recipe because I know the milk's going to take a little while to simmer. So I've just got it sort of on medium low. I don't want to burn it or scald it. So that is, and you know what, I think I'll move all my ingredients for it over to the other side here so they're not in my way. So that's recipe 1, started just like that. Recipe 2, we are going to bake. So if anybody is from the Midwest, maybe, I know these are popular, like those Buckeyes, peanut butter bars, things like that, where it's basically just gobs of peanut butter and gobs of powdered sugar covered in milk chocolate. So we're taking a spin on that. We are making a nutrified version, nutrified, I don't know, version of peanut butter bars. And what we are doing is we are going to use dark chocolate instead of milk chocolate for our creamy chocolate coating. And we are going to add, believe it or not, some oats and some non-fat dry milk powder and some quinoa into that base. So just go with me here, go with me. All right, so what I have in here is you can start with either a cup of prepared quinoa if you happen to have some. I did not, so I just took, where did I put my quinoa? I just had this basic, I'd buy the tricolor because I think it's pretty, but you can buy whatever you want. I had 1/3 cup of that, and I just brought it to a simmer boil with 2/3 cup of water, let that boil away till all the water was soaked up, and then I dumped it in my food processor. So super, super easy with that. Now, and if you don't have a food processor, you can totally still make this. You're just going to get a little bit more of an arm workout. But I got terrible allergy shots yesterday. My arm's really sore, so I'm going to be taking advantage of the mixer here. So we have that. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to add a cup of oats. So this recipe, if you're gluten-free, this will be an awesome bar recipe that you can make. As long as you get gluten-free oats, then you have nothing to worry about. So that's a fun treat because a lot of times I feel like, the gluten-free folks, they have to say no to a lot of stuff. So we need a cup of oats, and I just store a little 1/4 cup measure in my oat container. Just makes life easier for me. So we have that. That to the side. we are going to add some powdered milk. You can skip the powdered milk if you don't have it. Excuse me. You can use, instead of the powdered milk, you can just throw some extra oats in there if you want, or some protein powder. But the powdered milk, for me, it's just a little, it's going to help with the consistency a little bit. And it is also going to boost the protein. It's going to boost the calcium. And I like powdered milk because it's way cheaper than all those protein powders. You know, you get a big thing of it for like $2.99. And that's basically what protein powder is. I shouldn't say that. Powdered milk is basically protein powder. Protein powders come from all different kinds of sources, but that's pretty much what non-fat dry milk or powdered milk is. So we want about a half a cup of this. Make sure you guys can see my mixer here. All right, and we've got almost all of our ingredients in here. Now we want to go for some peanut butter and honey. Yum. So use whatever peanut butter you like. If you prefer the natural kind, that works for this. I actually prefer the not natural. Growing up, I was actually allergic to peanut butter, and so I had to do like non-fat or like almond butter, and back then it was not that great. And sorry, I'm trying to see if somebody had a question and I can't see it. Oh, okay. I had to do a lot of like the almond butters and the cashew butters, and I didn't like how they would separate. And once I was not allergic anymore, I just went for the regular stuff at the store. But I do get the no sugar or low sugar added, and that's really the biggest difference with the peanut butters. The more processed nut butters tend to add sugar, whereas the natural ones don't. So we want a half a cup of peanut butter. All right, what else can you use non-fat dry milk in? She doesn't want to buy, he or she does not want to buy special ingredients. There we go, and that makes sense. You can add it in anything. You can throw it in pancake mix. You can throw it in casseroles. You can throw it in quick breads and cookies. It's just going to bulk up the protein a little bit. So you can throw it into anything. You can throw it into smoothies. If you'd like to make a fruit smoothie, but you want to get some protein, you can throw it into there. All right. Yeah, you can use chunky if you want. Peanut butter. How did I make the quinoa? Yes, so I put it in a pan. I had 1/3 of a cup of dry quinoa, 2/3 of a cup of water, brought it to a boil, turned it down to low, put a lid on it, and let it bubble away until all the water was gone. So it was really, really easy. All right, so right now and speaking of our pan, the milk is not yet simmering, so we're good. So what do we have in here? We have got that cooked quinoa, which is roughly a cup of cooked quinoa. We have got a half a cup of non-fat dry milk. We have got a cup of oats, and we are adding a half a cup of peanut butter. And again, allergic to peanut butter, go ahead, use the sun butter. I love sun butter. You could use the almond butter, the cashew butter, whatever you prefer. All right. Now we're just going to put the peanut butter in the blender or the food processor. I try and do it without getting it on the little part that sticks up there. Oh, I love peanut butter, but it is a mess. Okay. And the final ingredient we need in our, what is that gadget? This one here. Oh my God, I'll show you. It is awesome. I don't even know where I got this one. Oh, this is an OXO one, so I probably got it like Target. But I've seen them, like Pampered Chef has them. I'm sure that Amazon has them. Sorry, I'm just a little OCD with the peanut butter in my cup. So they come in 3 different sizes. And if it's for gooey stuff or sticky stuff, and you find where you want, like I needed a half a cup, so I slid it down to a half a cup, filled it up, and then you just push it out. I'm going to do it with the honey too, so you can see. All right, and we need a quarter cup of honey. So first let me, excuse me, I got an itch in my nose and I can't get rid of it. Quarter cup of honey. All right, so watch this. We're just going to go, we're going to take the lid off. The honey is what we're going to do. Honey got a little crystallized. There, it's coming out now. All right. Well, there we go. That's love peanut butter and honey together. Missed the quantity on the warmed milk. So the recipe calls for 1 cup. This is more than 1 cup because I'm doubling it because my kids have early release today. So they'll come home with yummy hot chocolate. So the recipe should be for 1 cup. And it can be, this is cow's milk, but you can definitely use almond milk, soy milk, just get the unsweetened. So I sent the recipes to Harvard Pilgrim. I am happy to hold up the recipes. Maybe when we're waiting for something to cook or do something. But somewhere Harvard Pilgrim does have the recipes. So I don't know, Andrea, if you're there, can they email you for the recipes? We'll figure out a way to get you guys the recipes. All right, so that's everything that's in my food processor. Okay, so no, they're not emailing Andrea with recipes. I will hold up the recipes in a minute, okay? And what I'm gonna do is, so I'm gonna check my milk, and I'm gonna go to this end of the counter because this is super loud, and I don't want it to blow your ears out. So I'm just gonna blend it all together. And remember, like I said, you could totally do this by hand if you wanted. Get in there where it's. There we go. It really wouldn't be hard to do it by hand. All right, that is about it. I'm going to give it another just quick stir. I'm going to get the blade out here. It's mostly combined. All right. Just make sure we get all the wet stuff and the dry stuff together. So now here's a fun trick. Are you ready? I saw this on Facebook and I've tried it now. You can do this even if you're baking it. This is a no bake, so this is awesome. Use these little clips to hold your parchment paper to your pan. I love it. I've used it like 3 times so far and it works awesome. And they're metal, so they don't melt in the oven. All right, so this is good. So now, keep checking that milk there. So now all we're gonna do is dump it all, maybe. There we go. Get most of it in our pan. There we go. Got almost all of it. I hate to leave any in the bowl. Okay. And then we will give a press. And all I'm doing, oh, you know what? Since nothing is going on with our milk at all. Maybe it's because you guys are watching it, you know, a watch pot never boils. Yes, this is an 8x8. You could use a 9x9. 8x8. You could probably use an 11x7 if that's what you got. but it spreads pretty darn easily, I will say. And we're just going to make it nice and thin. Sorry, I'm like thinking in my head. I'm not even talking. All right, so we've got it all mashed around. Oh my gosh, it smells so good, just because I love peanut butter. All right, nice and good. I'm going to get a little bit more in that corner. All right, now just get the peanut butter off of me. So now all I'm going to do, I'm almost done. I'm moving you guys back to watch that exciting milk. And we're just going to melt our chocolate chips. So I've got 3/4 of a cup. I will in a minute. Oh, and that's when I'll show you the recipes when we're melting our chips. All right, so we want to use like a dark chocolate chip, not the milk chocolate chip. Milk chocolate chips, yes, are yummy. I love them. But we're trying to get those heart healthy benefits, and we're not getting those out of our milk chocolate chips. So I'm going to put this in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Give it a stir, another 30 seconds until it's all melty. All right, so let's everybody get your cameras ready. All right, I want to make sure that you can see this. You know what? I'm going to do it this way. First, we have the title and the ingredients. And then, I know it might be far away and blurry, and then we're going to get our instructions. Can we see everything? Oh, no, we can't. It's not showing you them at all. Wrong way. This is really, shoot, that's blurry, isn't it? There we go. All right, hopefully that, you can see that. And then, healthy hot chocolate. Hold on, I'm going to fold it just because it's easier. So this, wrong way again, is our healthy hot chocolate. So I hope everybody can take a picture of that and zoom in. And then just take good notes from what I'm saying. All right. Oh my gosh, that's an awesome idea. Okay, let me check the milk. All right, here we go, because this camera is way better. Okay, so Julia, very good. These bars actually are from my friend Sally at Real Mom Nutrition. So yeah, I just basically adjusted them and switched to dark chocolate. So that might be easier. You can totally use Lindt 80%. Yeah, no problem with that. So yeah, no bake peanut butter quinoa bars at Real Mom Nutrition is where you can get that recipe. I will hold it up to the camera. And then again, let's get the angle. Yeah, it's realmomnutrition.com is the peanut butter, no bake peanut butter quinoa bars is what they're called. Can you guys see that? And actually, you know what? Let me see the website I got this from. Wellplated.com. I'm going to put these in the chats. So wellplated.com for the healthy hot chocolate. And I don't think I adjusted, I've not adjusted hers at all. I believe this is how she does it. And realmomnutrition.com for no bake PB quinoa. Okay, there we go. Knew we'd get there. All right, so the chocolates are not at all melted. Oh my gosh, you're not supposed to be on the counter. And we are going to give it another 30 seconds. And our milk, it's getting warm, so that's good. It's getting nice and warm. And that's it. We don't want it, we're not trying to boil our milk. We're just trying to get it warm. And this is getting nice and warm. It's starting to bubble around the edges. So what I want to do is add in those other ingredients. So we're going to use some, my cat is cute, but man, she is needy sometimes, especially when I'm cooking. Oh shoot, you know what? Hold on. I goofed again. I did not send the recipes to everyone. realmomnutrition.com for no bake PB. Quinoa bars. Thank you for catching me. And well plated.com for hot cocoa. All right, there we go. That should be better. All right, I'm going to give my hot chocolate a little stir. And that's the thing when you're melting hot chocolate, chocolate chips, you really do want to stir it every 30 seconds or so because it could just go quick like that. So our hot chocolate, I'm saying our milk is ready. I'm going to turn my burner off. Get my camera right there. So we're going to add in seriously. I usually lock them in the basement, but I forgot. 2.5 teaspoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. So not hot chocolate. I'm glad you love it. Not hot chocolate, just the cocoa powder. So the cool thing about cocoa powder, this is that pure cocoa where it's just 100% health benefits. No added sugar, no added milk, nothing else added. Just all right, we're going to give it another 30 minutes, 30 seconds. So we want 2.5 teaspoons of this cocoa powder. So that is going to be, let's see, about 1.5 tablespoons since I'm doubling it. So we're just going to whisk this in. We are also going to whisk in just a pinch of kosher salt. That salt really helps bring out that chocolate flavor. So I'm just putting a little pinch in. And, I better do 2 pinches because I doubled the recipe. And we want 1/2 tablespoon of pure maple syrup. This is going to give it a good, fun flavor. Yes, thank you for sharing those links. All right, so we want 1/2 tablespoon of this maple syrup in here. This is the other cap. We're going to check our chocolate. Oh, it's looking good. We are going to whisk, and we're almost done. So all we're doing here is whisking our cocoa together. Our chocolate is nice. I'm going to show you. Well, that was better, actually. Nice and melty. So all I'm going to do to this is spread it all over my bars. Oh, I love doing that. And we're just going to spread it, and then we're going to let this chill. And that's it. We can either freeze it if we're in a hurry, or we can pop it in the fridge if we've got a little patience in us. And then we're going to cut it into bars. Okay? I'm not going to, if I have time, I will finish spreading this, but I want to get to our hot cocoa and finish that before our time is up. So we have added the maple syrup. We have added the salt. We're going to whisk this around. You can see it's all dissolved already. but we need a little bit more chocolate. And we're going to add a little bit of vanilla to bring in that chocolate. Oh, hold on. Somebody got a good idea going. What is it? You could totally roll it into balls. Yeah, this is a nice sticky texture, so that would work fine. So we want a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. And we want a tablespoon of those dark chocolate chips. We're getting those dark chips out again. We're running out of tablespoons. And you want to take it off the heat before you add the vanilla because it can alter the flavor. Not a big deal, but okay. And now we have yummy, my lighting makes it not look as nice and chocolatey. There we go, that's better. So we have got delicious hot chocolate, perfect for a snowy day. Those chocolate chips are just melting, giving it a nice finishing chocolate flavor. And then here we have got, again, I'm just gonna finish spreading. But as I spread, do you guys have any questions or comments? Thank you for being patient with my attempts to get you recipes with my cats. With my being muted at the beginning, this was clearly not my day to do a cooking demo, but it all worked out. If you don't have any questions, you're free to go. Get on with your day. Have a great afternoon. If you do, I'll just keep my eye on the chat here while I'm spreading. It really does look good, doesn't it? You could even sprinkle chopped nuts or something on here if you wanted. To get a little heart healthy boost. Nuts are good for our heart, peanut butter and other nuts. All right. Well, have a great rest of your day. It seems like people are signing off. So thank you so much for joining me. Oh, somebody had a question. Sweetened. Is the chocolate chip sweetened? They're dark chocolate chips, so they have a little bit of sweet, but not a ton. So just a little bit. I use those instead of the milk chocolate chips. All right. Have a great rest of your afternoon. Thank you so much.